So today we're trying to survive for 5 minutes, which doesn't seem like a lot of time, but as you can see, it's already crazy. So this is gonna be a little bit difficult. We got like a Undertale survivor thing happening right here, and we're already dead after 3 hits. Do better. Yeah, I'm trying to, but at least every time one of those things show up, then we get money, which we can use to upgrade ourselves, like improving our speed a couple of times, which also unlocks some new things. So we go back in, and already we're moving a little bit faster, but they are still moving incredibly fast as is, and that didn't last very long at all. But we can unlock the manual here, which gives us a book that's written in enchantment table. Am I tripping, or is this like actually the enchantment table text? It's certainly what it looks like. But let's go back in and try to do a little bit better so we get a little bit more money, and getting a hit right at the beginning isn't a great sign. We can survive 3 hits and wow. Upgrade yourself. What do you think I've been doing? But then down here we have a lab, which isn't costing the red rings. It's costing question marks. Well, in the meantime, we'll just get more speed, which, ooh, the next upgrade is expanding the box. That would be helpful. So we just gotta go a little bit more and try to find the safe corners of the box after all these things are converging in, but there isn't a whole lot of room there. Not good enough. Ooh, but the book is shaking. Rather violently, I might add. So we actually decipher some of it because we got enough of the coins. We earn this every time a thing spawns. I knew that. Spawn rates increase exponentially. Survive longer, earn money faster. Yeah, you don't say. Stop wasting time. Well, you're the one with pointless information. At least we can improve speed again. So it's almost 1-to-1 with the mouse movements. But also, my goodness, they are just relentless. So now we have bought enough of this upgrade, we can actually improve our health. I would certainly like that so we can survive a little bit longer. But my goodness, finding safe corners in this tiny box is not very easy. At least we can survive another hit to improve ourselves a little bit more, but we can't actually unlock anything this time because we didn't survive long enough. So, okay, surviving a little bit better. This is the longest I've gone without getting hit so far, and of course I had to say something, and immediately I'm about to go down. Just gotta survive with a tiny little box there. Never mind. But we did get a lot of money that time. We have 43 to do something with. And another text entry. Some upgrades are locked. To unlock them, buy adjacent upgrades. Some may need upgrades from multiple sides to be unlocked. Break me out now. Well, maybe I don't want to anymore. Did you think about that? But we buy another one of these, and that's actually maxed out. But now we can spend money to expand the box. If we had 2 more. Why do we gotta be just broke enough? And hopefully, whoa, that was very close there. It was like a pixel's breath away from getting hit there. But we are finding the safe corners a little bit better, getting a better sense of where the things go, but also, ow, if Neo was a cube. But we are, oh, that was so good that time. We got 39 monies that time. Seek perfection. Well, I can certainly seek it better after we read a little bit, I guess, which is just about maneuvering around the upgrade screen, so we don't gotta worry about that. And now we can actually expand the box a few times. And oh yes, it grew in size. Now ideally this would help us survive better, but let's just go again because we don't talk about that. So bigger box should mean that we have more corners to hide in. Well, not corners, but like bigger corners to hide in, so we can get hit less often, but we're still getting hit pretty often. So let's just improve our health a little bit more. So now we should be able to survive 5 hits. The hits do happen pretty fast, but that should hopefully mean that we just survive longer anyway, which lets more money spawn, and then we get more money. Like, I can already tell we're not surviving a full minute, but we're supposed to go 5 of this? Goodness, and you can see, wow, they were going way faster that time. Still got 39 monies though. I need more time. No, more time for what? Oh, there's an upgrade to attract the question marks. Costs 50 of those, but we need a few more. Oh, just 1 more of the box upgrades, and we can unlock it next time we get it. Now the box isn't upgrading too much, but it is enough to have a little more maneuverability, which pairs very nicely with the speed that we unlocked. And whoop, yep, speed definitely increasing. It seems like their speed is increasing too, not just the spawn rate. So that's scary. Whoa, and there's green things out there. What was that about? We did get 59 monies that time though, which is enough to get the attracting the things. And that's about all we can do. So hopefully there's question marks that start to happen. Although, are they gonna fly in like this one? Or are they going to spawn like out there, like those green pluses were, the X's, whatever they were. Well, either way, we're not seeing them yet, so we just gotta keep expanding the box. Ooh, bullets start slower. That would be helpful. Although only by 5 points. Is that big of a difference? I guess we'll find out in a bit. Getting hit a few times initially isn't so bad as long as, wow, they don't combo like that. Some runs are better than others, to be sure, but at least we do still have maneuverability. Until that happens. Okay, now I think we get the starting slower is gonna be helpful, and more improving health. So the next thing we can get is actually unlocking the timer, so we can see how short our lives are. Is this what it feels like to have a life expectancy be negative? I feel like that little pink blob that wants to leave the box, but then you just punch back in and is like never again. Except I'm stuck in the box. But 51 money's that time, very nice. So let's get the timer, which seems to be the end of this upgrade tree branch thing. But let's have the bullets start even slower because I like that. And now we have the timer. Although it definitely feels like we survive for less than a minute. Although if we do survive for a minute, that would be pretty surprising, I won't lie. But this will also help us see at what point those green pluses start to spawn. Which, are they health? I feel like they might be health. There's one at 30 seconds. So our best time is 32 seconds. That's terrible. And we're just 1 point away from upgrading the box more, but let's upgrade our health. We do get quite a few coins if we survive for 30 seconds, so I think that we can just get the upgrades that we can get when we can get them, and then we can get other upgrades when we can get them. That made sense, right? And we just have to kind of play the close call game with some of these dodges, which, woo, some of them are very close. But here we are again at 30 seconds. If we can get to here pretty reliably, then we should be able to do good. And there's a lot more pluses spawning. Can we get some question marks in here at some point, please? Well, that was 40 seconds, so that's an improvement. A new best time. 82 coins that time. Or whatever these are. And we actually don't get any more text unlocked here until we get question marks. But to get those pluses, we are gonna need to expand the box. So let's get one of those, and then we can get the next one as soon as we get 500 of those. So we'll just have to worry about that at a different time and enjoy the more room that we have to move. And definitely probably get more upgrades to reduce the speed that these things start at, which they do still get pretty fast when we get to like 30 seconds or so. But if we start them slower, then they should be continuously slower when we get to 30 seconds. Also, my goodness, that was bad. But we can max out the health upgrade here, probably until we get another one. So this should be 7 hits. And the next health upgrade, if there is another one, wasn't even around there. So we might just have to ride with 7 hits for a while. Though ideally we don't get hit at all, but of course we just got hit, and we're getting hit a lot here. My goodness. Some runs are better than others indeed. We're just trapped in a corner there. But now we can start them slower, and we're close to getting an upgrade for even more speed, even though we don't have the room to use that speed. It's like as soon as a bullet flies through, we just have to move where it came from to survive, it seems like. Because trying to run away from them in a straight line is not working. Although trying to be lickety-split fast isn't working either. We do have a nice amount of coins, though, that we sadly can't do anything with. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Just gotta survive as much as we can and then stack up the money for a few runs, it feels like. It is nice that we can almost reliably get to 30 seconds every time because those green things I feel like are gonna be helpful as soon as we can get access to them. But they're always outside of the box, so maybe improving the magnet range is gonna be good. First time we had access to that. The thing is, are those things actually gonna be question marks, or is it just something we haven't discovered yet? I didn't think about that till just now, so maybe we need to start collecting the pluses as soon as we can. And that's the thing that we need. Here come 30 seconds, and we still have a decent chunk of health, but they're all spawning away from the box. Please, magnet. Oh, it's working. No, it didn't reach us. So the magnet range we have is good if they're kind of next to the box, but when they start further away, it doesn't help us at all. Just please survive this. I beg of you. They go so fast already. Feels like the speed upgrades or the slow upgrades aren't even doing anything. I just want to collect one of the pluses and then see what happens. Which, all this money that we get is good, but why does the money have to hurt? Getting a few hits here, but we are close to 30 seconds. Can something spawn next to the box? Ooh, there it is, but can't survive long enough for it to reach. Ooh, yes I can. We got one. Yes! So it is its own currency. And it's the things that we needed. Green.txt. Probably should have figured that. Plus will start appearing after a few seconds. Pick plus to earn them, but this will make you bigger. Oh. There must be a way to stop that. Help me.
Help me!
Help me! And if we get 20 of these, then we unlock the lab. So let's improve the magnet range. Why do those things have to make me bigger instead of restoring my health? That would be so much better, I feel like. But it is what it is, and we're still earning money when we do that. We just have to hope that they spawn closer to the box. And ideally, our magnet will get to the point where we don't have to hug a corner for it to start reaching. So there's one already. I didn't realize it was 30 seconds already. There it is, there it is. We got one. And okay, it did see us get a little bigger, but we need to collect as many as we can. Although there is this one available to us already where we increase our income from this. Hopefully that doesn't mean that more of them spawn. Oh, and we can increase the plus income with a new thing. Probably whatever purple is. Okay, so looking at the money counter in the corner, it is going up by 2 now instead of by 1. And I don't see any more enemies than before, so this is good news. Although it would be nice if our cube had a little bit of a dodge chance, but I guess the dodge chance is me, and the chance is very low. And we don't have a whole lot of health before the 30 seconds happens. But let's max out the start slower upgrade. Ooh, slowly regen health, that would be good. So we need more of these upgrades to do that, which thankfully those are very cheap. We just need 2 more pluses to get there. And keeping as much health as possible by the time we get to 30 seconds is gonna help us get a lot of them, which we are at 26 seconds, so it's close. And we are, well, I did say we have more than half our health, but didn't say it fast enough. And these things still don't heal, and our magnet sucks. It needs more upgrades, but we are getting more of these and getting kinda bigger. But we did get 3 of them that run, so that's good news. So a bit more income there, and there it is, a slowly regen upgrade. Should we get one of those? I think we need to get one of those. Whoa. Increase max charge? Is there a Blake face guy in a suit behind there? Well, at least we can get even more speed. Although I feel like we need to start saving up for a bigger box, which is already crazy expensive, so it's a good thing that we're unlocking the income upgrades. Now, I would like to have a full green box before we get to 30 seconds, but you don't get everything you ask for. Just need to start collecting a lot of them. There's one, and that one's far away. Is this one in range? Nope, that one is. And that one, that is 2. Gotta get down here, never mind. More magnet range. Ooh, and magnet speed, that would be good too. All these upgrades, I don't realize I get access to until they are like visible, and it's like, I need it more than anything. Also, 0.05 regen speed doesn't seem to be keeping up with things very well, but that's what happens when it's the first upgrade. I'm just gonna complain about it because the survivability hasn't improved very well. We haven't even gotten close to being our record here, although I haven't exactly worried about that. Oh, we did survive a little bit longer, I guess. We got 10 hits that time on us. Because our health is, I don't know what our health is. It might be 10 actually, but here's some magnet speed. Ooh, reduces the plus growth effect. That's perfect. Now I hope that the big box upgrades are really sizable compared to the first time we had access to them, because I do want to have more room to move around. And I will say, trying to talk and focus on evading everything is kind of a tall order. But we do have over half of our health by the time we get to 30, although not for very long, and those things are very far away. Just gotta get more. Okay, we did get 3 more, but let's multiply our income because that's gonna be helpful. And we're close to getting a bigger box, which is only 10 points increase, but I think that's gonna be helpful regardless, especially because our income is getting multiplied. So we're getting 6 every time instead of the 3 that we were getting before. Also, that was very close. Just gotta keep moving around like we do, and then be sad when we get hit, because it's very often. But there's 30 seconds, and more pluses there. Come on, get that. No! But now we have enough to expand our box. Excellent. And then from there, let's increase our health regen, so it's 0.1 every time. That should be more noticeable and helpful, although I don't really want to get hit to find out. But I feel like I'm gonna find out pretty soon anyway. Starting to get used to the speed that the bullets start at, and the health regen is very noticeable. But also, the amount of times we're getting hit is much more noticeable. And these things are spawning out of the range of the magnet, which isn't helping either. But we did get 420 that wave. Very nice. So let's get more magnet range. And more speed, which the speed is kind of a moot point in these early seconds because they don't move too fast anyway, but also still getting hits, so I guess can't complain too much. At least our regen got us back up to full after one hit, so that's nice. This is not the time for a wombo combo, but, didn't get it that time. Need more magnet speed. Ooh, develop armor. That would help. I wonder if we can eventually get enough pluses to fill this whole box with ourselves, but we do go down so fast that I feel like that isn't a thing. Not even at the point where we can try to focus on beating our record. Just want to unlock that lab, which we are getting things a bit more often and faster, but whoa, still about the same that we've been getting. But it's just one more upgrade of this to unlock the armor that we don't have access to, but at least the magnet should go pretty fast once we get access to that. It is kind of crazy that we're trying to survive for 5 minutes and I've already been at this for 30. Shows how difficult this is. But that's kind of by design. At least now we can develop armor, but how the armor looks, I'm not too sure. Is it like constantly regenerating like our health does, or is it just that we start with it? There's not even anything noticeable, although we could definitely use some more pluses to expand our income further because the upgrades are starting to get pretty expensive. So instead of 3 times 2, we can get 4 times 2. It does reset us on the progress to unlocking the lab, but more upgrades are gonna help us survive longer to get the pluses in the first place. Just a very weird dance with red rings, not even red coins, and then you score 8 of them and something good happens. Although we are scoring 8 at a time, so that's good news, until we get hit 4 times in a row. And there's so many pluses that are spawning way away from the box. Not helping here, but we have 1,000 of those things now. So we can get very big box again. And it'd actually be good, I think, to get the area magnet indicator. So that way we can actually see how much area we do have, so we don't have to try and stress ourselves to get pluses that are out of reach anyway. Although there's nothing here yet, but it might only show up once the pluses do, which I wish they would spawn sooner. There's a lot of hits. Oh goodness, okay, there it is. That's actually a pretty big area, but we can make it even bigger, all the way maxed out. Now, it might be good to upgrade our regen next, because if we are gonna get hit this often, it would be good to outdo the damage. And of course, they're spawning too far away, but there's one right there and there. Can we get that one? We can get that one. We got 3 this time. Can we get 4? Oh, that one's too far away. Now, we could expand the box again, but I also do want to see if the armor can do better. Ooh, there's more health. Perfect. I also don't know if there actually is any visual indicator for armor, or if it's just like a suggested, like, thing. Am I getting placeboed into thinking I have armor? I'm definitely getting placeboed into thinking that I can survive this for 5 minutes. We haven't even reached 1 minute, so I'm hoping something in the lab can help us do that. So we do 0.15 every time now, every tick. That is way more noticeable. Pausing just long enough to get hit so we can actually see that. But the pluses are starting to show up, so let's try to secure some of those. But why are they way over there? That doesn't help me. Doesn't help me at all. But we beat our record by 1 second. And we got a nice amount of money that run. So even bigger box and probably more speed. Ooh, and we can already get to the huge box, but that costs the pluses. But at least with a bigger box, we can reach more towards the pluses that spawn way far away. I wonder if we can eventually expand the box to fill the whole screen. That would be helpful. That'd be super helpful. Let the pluses spawn so we can find that out. Although I'd much prefer the ones that spawn right next to the box. And there's 4 that time. Can we get 5? We can get 5. And we can already see how much our cube is expanding. It's impossible to survive there, but we did get better by another second. With 8 pluses that time, and we can get a bigger box. So I'm starting to see the benefit to that reducing the size increase of our square on collecting the pluses, because that was a big ol' square that we had there. But my oh my, there's still so much dodging to do. The armor is only somewhat doing good. Is that actually even blocking damage? Or is it just like it takes the damage before? I don't even know what I'm saying. Is it like 1 hit and the armor is gone, or is it just reducing damage? It might be reducing damage, but either way, we could definitely benefit from more health regen. I feel like the armor is gonna get to a point where we don't block all the damage, just most of it, which it definitely does seem like we can get hit more often, and not just because of the health regen, but we just need a few more of these pluses here. That one's out of range, won't worry about it. This one's in range, we'll worry about it. And then would like one more to spawn next to the box, please. It's getting a little crazy. Get that one, get that one, get that one. Yes, we got it. We got enough to unlock the lab. And only just. We got hit 14 times there, and we got a new record. So now let's get the lab, so we can do things, some research, even though we can't read the research. And only half of it is available. Again, demo. But we do have 1,000 things now so we can get more armor. And I also forgot to read how much that ring research was in the lab. There was one that we didn't have access to yet because we don't have the things. Although I'm not even sure we could have access to it because it's like gibbled and garbage. Or garbled and gibberish. But I will say the 30 seconds now happens sooner than it felt like before. We're beginning to believe. And I would like to believe that I can get this one. Okay, thank you. And that's about it. Okay, so this costs 1,000 research, so let's save up for it. Which I wonder if this is like smaller size of the square, the green one. Not the box that we're in, we don't want that. The square is already living a claustrophobic's nightmare, and it's still a good idea to collect these pluses so we can unlock other things like more income and maybe some more health, because I think that was the one that cost pluses again, or it was something else. But we did get another second. Okay, so let's go into this research and get that. Ooh, it's an ability. Hold left click to temporarily get small. Amazing. Oh, so that's what this was. It was dependent on the lab upgrade, so now we get more charges for the shrinky thing. Or I guess more charge, like a battery. But we can get one of those. And that's another ability that we don't have access to yet. But we can also reduce the growth size of this, or we save up for more income increase. I think we do that instead. And we can max out the health regen. So we can get 0.2 every second. And if we do this, then we get small. And it does slowly come back, so that's good news. And the size is actually pretty good. Hopefully it doesn't decrease the size of the magnet, but already we're using this to great effect. We might be able to survive a whole minute with this. And thankfully getting hit when we're small doesn't mean we take more damage. But we still get hit when we're small, which I don't like. And some of these things are just out of reach, which sucks. But we are surviving longer, which is good. Whoa. Come on, get more things, get more things, get a lot of things. Who cares if we're getting big? Just get more things. 52 seconds that time. And we almost earned 1,000 money there. But if we get another income increase, which is maximized, then we earn 10 coins every tick. So hopefully the 1,000 upgrades are very cheap. Or easy to get to, even though we already have 1,000 because everything is more expensive than 1,000 now. And the exponential spawning that they do does also mean that our money increases exponentially too. Although having an empty ability there isn't a great feeling. But now we can maximize this box upgrade and maybe get some more speed, so that's maxed out too. Which we are reaching the end of things up here, unless we have to get this box to unlock them. But let's go ahead and get more magnet speed there. That's maxed out now. And a bit more maximum charge on the shrinking. So the box is like twice the size that it was before, or it feels like anyway. Either way, it gives us way more room to move around. And our armor is actually holding up surprisingly well. And so is the health regen. The only sucky thing is the size increase, so we're kind of becoming more dependent on the shrinking ability, which also isn't doing too many good things for us. That charge does not last very long. But the armor kind of is helping us survive. We matched our record that time. So let's go ahead and get more armor. Ooh, which now we've unlocked the other health upgrade. Now we still haven't found whatever this is, but I feel like that's something that happens at 1 minute of time. At least now we can get this to become even smaller. Ooh, and that unlocks more of them. So that is quite a bit smaller. Although the charge is still kind of slow, but I did see that upgrade in the tree as well. That costs even more pluses. The money of the red coins is starting to become a bit obsolete. Would be nice if we could burn the coins to recharge the shrinking, but we can use the shrinking to get a little bit closer to the edge so the magnet has better effect. So that's good news at least. Seek perfection. And at least the health upgrade over here costs 1,000 as well, or more red coins. Blazing fast, another speed upgrade. So now we have 9 points of health. And the extra speed paired with being small is definitely helpful here, because trying to not use it is almost impossible at this point. So many things we're relying on for survival, and we're not close to beating our record anymore. Oh, come on, just get that one. Oh, I don't know if we got it, but we're getting hit a lot more, so the armor and regen is definitely helping. Although I don't really want to use anything. Let's just save our pluses for right now. And then let's focus on getting to a minute so we can hopefully see the new thing. Which hopefully that isn't its own, like, magnet thing that we need, because we haven't seen that yet. Though I definitely would like the regen to kick in a lot better, if you don't mind. And just survive a little bit. Okay, we got 8 more things there. That's 20 there, so we can get another box upgrade. Is that what I want? I definitely want this for sure, so that's maxed out. We're getting quite a few maxed out upgrades here already. But let's get this to ×3 so we can get 15 coins every time, since now that we have access to those again, we are gonna need to collect a lot of them since they're getting expensive. And I think the longer I can go without needing the shrinking ability, the better off we'll be, saving it for when it gets really hectic. But it's hard to tell when to use it, and when you think about it too long, you get hit. So just need to, not thinking, free my mind. And get pluses. There's a lot of pluses that I can't reach. I didn't even see what my time was there. But now we can get 10 points of health. And even though we do get hit, it heals back impressively fast. So now we just need pluses to spawn close to the box, and then we can get another size increase for the box. Which, why they gotta be way so far away? That's not helping anybody. Just really need survival instincts to kick in right here. So we can survive and then get those things, and then maybe get this one over here. Okay, so we have enough for the box increase, but we are close to a minute. Come on, survive a minute. No! 59 seconds! But there, bigger box, only slightly. And more health. Although, probably could have gone for more speed there, but we'll be fine, hopefully, maybe. The other thing that would help is a bit more armor. It would be nice if it could get to the point where it can block like half of the damage. I think now it only blocks like a quarter or 20%, which is helping out a great deal, but not when we get hit back to back to back to back to back like we do. And desperately trying to reach the pluses is a task in itself. And the box being this big when we're trying to survive a minute is not helping things. Okay, so now we'll get speed and maybe reducing the growth effect finally and getting even smaller? Sure, which we can only do that a few times, but that is impressively smaller. It's almost hiding behind the cursor there. It would be nice too if there was another upgrade to reduce the starting speed, but I'm not sure that exists. It definitely hurts like it doesn't exist. The shrinking is happening a bit later than I would like. Plus, we're using a whole lot of energy. Like, all these pluses is nice, but, you know, surviving a minute would be nicer so I can see what the thing is, hopefully. A minute! Yes! It's a purple! Were we supposed to get hit by that? I'm not sure we were supposed to get hit by that, but we survived a minute, and we got 2 of these things, which is another purple thing. Okay, so sure enough, they're an enemy, except they will actively try to hit you. Please do your best. And we get 48 more to find out the last piece of text here, which, that looks like it says kill, but I doubt it. So sure enough, that's what these upgrades over here are for, or what they use, to increase our plus income, which is nice. And this point is what we needed to get the rest of this. But we can get more health right now, and I think more reducing the plus's growth effect. So we survived a minute once. Would like to do it again. Gotta stay so incredibly focused to not get hit by things. And as soon as I start talking, I get hit. I'm trying to do a job here, game. Can't you let me, like, explain what's going on here? Or no, is that just too much for you? Why don't you just intentionally let me survive so I can die of the purple things? How about that? But no, these red things are so selfish. Okay, we do have enough for a bigger box though, which I hope we're not reaching the maximum size of the box anytime soon. But this is quite a lengthy investment just for 5 minutes. And it would be nice if there was a speed increase when we were small, but I don't think that's a thing. Just gotta believe and tank a whole lot to try and get this plus currency. And there's another thing there, 2 more. Only earning 2 at a time. This is not a vibe. We can also kind of see where they're gonna converge in the box, but there's always a stray that happens. Or the stray is just the start of the new convergence thing. Just relying a lot on peripheral vision right now. But we're able to get a lot of the pluses at a time now. Oh, and get the purples again. There's 3, 4, 5. We got 5 that time, so we could actually increase our plus income. But first, let's use the pluses to get a bigger box. Hopefully there's another thing past this, more box upgrades. But here, more plus income. I think that's gonna be useful. Sooner rather than later. But now the hard part of trying to survive once the purple things show up. They're not even the ones that kill me, it's still the red things. But already we've earned enough income to increase the box size again. And still get more speed. A little bit more room to move, it's so nice. Okay, and here they come. We still have a lot of shrinking charge, so we might as well use it. Use it or lose it. And we're about to lose it. We lost it. But we got a new record. So we actually get the last box size increase here? Is that how big it gets for the demo? Well, it's still gonna be appreciated, especially once we get the slowdown thing. And we actually earned 7 purple things in that last wave. So if we can do that consistently, then we'll be able to get the research in no time at all. It's just us suffering for a minute and 6 to do that. But there they are. Oh, we didn't get very many that time. At least we can make ourselves even smaller, which is actually maxed out. Here we go, getting to a minute pretty easily. So then we just kick in the shrinking overtime. Ow, that really homed in. How can I focus on dodging those, but I'm dodging everything else. But at least we have enough for another blazing fast, which sadly is the end of things over here. At the very least, every small amount of purple things that we get is gonna go towards research. So stay small, dodge things, collect things. But we are halfway to our goal, and now we can get the multiply income. Although, do we really need it though? I've been saving up for it, might as well get it. So it's maxed out. So now we're earning 20 red coins at a time. Although whatever we can do with the coins now is kind of just left to imagination at this point. And thankfully, the purple things don't home in too badly. Just enough to be concerning, especially when we have no health left. It is tempting to get the extra plus income, but we're only a few runs shy of getting the research. I say a few runs instead of a few purple things because I know how little we get per run. At least the armor plus the regeneration is keeping us very much alive. And the pluses spawning next to the box is kind of good, but also kind of bad just because of that size increase, which is actually kind of minimal now because of the upgrades. It just sucks when some of these red things feel like they're homing in on me more than the purple things. But now we start to get them and dodge a few of them at a time. Very good, very nice. And we got 6 more. Oh, and we got the last little bit of research. Keep the simulation running for 5 consecutive minutes. I need to escape, need to escape, need to escape, need to escape. Is this like one of those weird trading places things? Okay, purple things are here, but wow, they actually, whoa. I didn't realize how much damage those did. Okay then, definitely cannot afford to let those hit us. Here we go, that's 1, 2, and 3. We have enough for the research. Now let's see if we can get a new high score, which it seems like we are getting close to doing. Minute 10, that's a new record. So that's promising. And then we can get the research for, yeah, slow time. Oh, but it slows down our time as well? I don't like that idea. But we do have a lot of pluses that we can put towards this. So let's try to find, there it is. There's less charge. One of these has to have the resistance thingy, right? But we're close to maxing this out, so might as well. So if we go in here and then we right click, oh, it slows us down as well. Not sure I'm a fan of that, but we could probably balance that and the shrinking to increase our survivability. Though I do worry that we're at the end of the upgrades in the demo, so let's just see if we can get to 2-minute survival. If we can get farther than that, great, but that's a starting point. Also, does the time move at a normal pace when we slow down? No, the timer slows down too? Oh, that's not good. I was hoping that we could just kind of cheese the timer with that, but maybe we can increase the resistance if we get a few more of these, and maybe another thing to just try and see where that resistance is, if it even is in the demo. So even if we do get hit when we're small, at least it's only by 1 thing instead of like 20 of them. And also using them to dodge the purples is very good for us too. Okay, time to slow down and maneuver and zippity doo. Oh, ran into that one. But now we have enough to increase our plus income here, and then use the pluses to max out the max charge here. So we should be able to slow down time for a good while. Which it actually looks like it goes down, okay, it goes down about the same rate and comes back a little bit faster than the shrinking one. How frequent are the purple things gonna be as this goes on here? And they are not that slow at all with the slowdown. And I also ran out of things there and I clicked away so fast. But we died there, so that's kind of what matters-ish. But we can get less charge here. And then same with the hourglass. And man, 30 seconds really feels like nothing compared to what we started with. And just gotta ride the charge out as much as we can so we can heal. Although I think the healing slows down too. So that wasn't good either. And then we're just 1 upgrade away from maxing out the reduced growth effect, which actually brings it to 0. That's amazing. It's a shame that the timer slows down when we do that. And since the regen rate is so fast, I feel like we can use this more liberally than we have been. But it's hard to avoid the purples sometimes without using anything like that. So now we actually have the less charge maxed out over here. So it really is a goal to take like no damage by the time we get to a minute. And we might just have to tank a few reds to avoid getting hit by purple, which is not a vibe either. But we did get 1 better second. So to help with that, we do need this last upgrade here that's actually an ability. Also, how close can we zoom in? That's a lot of zoom in. But we can use less charge, which I think we get like 2 more upgrades from this. There is also ever so slightly a delay between hitting the shrink button and it actually shrinking. So we just gotta, okay, go through, down like this, over like this, through like that. And there's a lot of greens that we might need to collect, but I also don't think we need to. Oh gosh, no! That was such an improvement! A minute 25 is our best time. And we should have enough here to max out this one, so we do use less charge here. And then all the purple things that we have can go towards multiplying the income here, sure, even though we don't need them anymore. And woo, careful dodge there, and then zoop, careful dodge, ooh, dodging a whole lot of things, but now we're at a shrinking charge. So we gotta wait for that to come back. Oh, bad purples. No, I didn't see what the time was.
A few moments later.
Come on, purples, just leave me alone, please. All of you. We'll save the slowdown for a crisis. I feel like that's the play right now. Never mind. Get some good dodges early, and then I think we just use both of them just for the extra chance of dodging things. As close as we get to getting hit. That's not how I want this to play out. But now it's panic mode. No! We're not even getting close to the record anymore. How is that such a shot in the dark to get that? And we still got hit 30 times in all that mess. But we did get enough to get this upgrade one more time. And I think that's as good as we're going to get for the demo of this. Because we could get this one more time, but that's not going to help us anymore. And the last two lab things are not available in the demo. So I think a minute 25 is as good as it's going to get for the demo of Minutescape. Hopefully the full game has a lot more upgrades so we can actually get to 5 minutes. And if you guys want to see that, then be sure to let me know. Thank you for watching, and sub to Intern. And I would like to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Deviant Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Hateful Harold, Peggy Sue, Drupalong, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarity, Sans, V, Killer Squad, Mousy Mouse Nicholas, Igor Shradi, McKenna Chan, and Liam.